Hello, Worcester County Public Schools. Today we're going to talk about the Worcester County Public Schools Parent Guide, Learn to Navigate Schoology. So, let's get started. Step 1, logging into Schoology. The first step that you'll need to do is go to worcesterk12.schoology.com in your web browser. Watch and follow along. All right, now that we're in our web browser, we're going to go back to the website that we talked about going to earlier, which is our worcesterk12.schoology.com, and we're going to click enter. Now, immediately when you go to sign in, it's going to bring you up to a Microsoft window. The day before students left for the closure, all students were sent home with a login to Schoology that had a sign-in sheet. The sign-in sheet had the login information for Schoology. So, for example, I will use my child's login. Now, once you type this in to make sure that you know you got it correct, and click next, you're going to realize that the background will turn into a Worcester K-12 design. That lets you know that you're on the right steps. Now we'll type in our password. Now that we're here in our Schoology classroom, we're going to go to step 2. Step 2, where do I go now? As you get into a Schoology class, it can be very confusing. We have all these tiles here, and we're not really sure which one do I go to get my child's work and to see what are their assignments for the week. One of the things that we've done in Worcester County for our elementary school students is we're going to have their work in probably the first tile that you see. It's going to have their homeroom teacher's last name. One of the tricks to find out, which one do I go to? If you're not sure, it's most likely the one that has a photo. And if you run across the icon, most likely you're going to see a lot of teachers' names because we're going to help you out and try to put all the content in one folder, just so it's one click for you guys. So let's go through a couple different classrooms across the county to see what is it going to look like. All right, here's one of the classrooms that we're going to look at. All the classrooms come with the same standard format and design. One of the things that you'll see when you come into a classroom is you're going to probably see some sort of welcome message from the teacher. This welcome message is intended to get your child feeling ready to go back to school and to give you some contact information for the teachers as we go into online learning. Let's look into one. Message to children, contact information. You're also going to know that something that will be a little different than the past. Our teachers are going to host some office hours, and those office hours will vary to give you a little bit of idea of how to contact them throughout the school day. Also, one of the things that you're going to notice from week to week is you're going to see a week folder that's going to have everything that your child is going to need for the week. In that, you might even see it broken down by days. Day 1, day 2, day 3, which will be very common. Now, one of the things that I don't see in this classroom yet, but it's going to come real soon, is we're going to have a PowerPoint that kind of guides us through the day. Now, in day 1, we have the PowerPoint Monday, or an example of what PowerPoint Monday might look like for your child. When clicking our PowerPoint, you might get something like this. Don't be concerned. All that's saying is that we need to take it to a little bit larger screen. Now, here is the standard PowerPoint that we'll be seeing for a lot of our elementary school learners. The PowerPoint will be modified daily to meet the instructional needs of your children as well as the content expectations. So, let's get started and look through some of the pieces of the PowerPoint. Like any other school day, teachers will give an introduction, good morning to their children. And in there, you're also going to have your daily agenda. Now, the daily agenda will stay standard for the most part, but one of the things I want to show you in the daily agenda that's really important, and it's not really just in the daily agenda, on most, if not all slides, down here we're going to have notes. These notes are meant for the parents at home who are working, just to give them a little bit of idea of exactly the steps that might be needed. As you go throughout out a lesson, you'll notice that we'll have some different reading pieces where we'll practice our regular learning with reading, giving some steps, maybe some read alouds. We'll also have our math section as we normally would. We'll go into our phonics and foundations. And you'll notice that as we go through, every day will be something different for your child. So we're really excited about all the opportunities that we're going to be doing with your children throughout this online learning experience. Now, Monday is over and I've gone through my PowerPoint. I've done the activities with my child. Now, what do I do? Now, relax. Take this opportunity to have your children at home read, to encourage their love of reading, allow them to work on different activities, and let them have a little bit of fun with their learning. So that's a basic run through of what the Schoology platform might look like for some of our elementary school learners. As you can imagine, the activities will vary based on the skill and ability level. So we hope this was a huge help. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your child's teacher and look at those office hours and reach out. And more importantly, make sure that if you need help, you're asking for help because we're here to serve you.